Hey guys, it's Neo here. Today I'm going to show you the Chrono Dragonknight class, which I will show you what you need right now. Alright, so just a heads up, you do need to get the 2015 AE Dragons flip calendar, which is right here, in order to get the Chrono Dragonknight class. I'll just show you the artwork real quick. And that's it. Oh, don't forget kids. Dragons are cool. Alright, so after you get the calendar, it'll have a little piece of paper with a code on it. So after you put the code into your Battlon master account, your codes, you just go to your book of lore, badges, hero mart badges, 2015 calendar, and here's everything you'll need. Comes with a dagger, class, an armor, a helmet, a cape, and 2 pets. I'll show you how to use the battle pets a little later. Now, I was told that the class version will have the yellow class version. I'll pull up something. I'll pull up a tweet real quick if I can find it. Just confirming that. Also, that's what's been in most of the newsletters and on the Hero Mart banner. So if you see it with yellow glass, it should be changed soon. Alright, so now for the skill breakdown. So it's essentially it's a Dragonknight. Well, it's in the name, but it has pretty much the same abilities, or at least a couple of them. As you can see, it has Spellblade and Dragonknight itself also has Spellblade as the auto attack. Yeah, I haven't ranked Dragonknight yet. Alright, so then you go into Dragon's Rift. This, you can stack up to 4 times, but you don't really want to spam it, otherwise you'll just end up wasting more mana than you're actually using. It lasts a good 30 seconds, so it's definitely going to help you with all your other skills, since you need this. You need to use this if you want any damage. If you want any major damage. So the second skill, Rift Release, it does damage based on how many stacks you have of the temporal rift from your first skill. It doesn't consume the stacks, but this one will, which we'll get to in a minute. This one applies Flammable, which increases your spell damage, which is what I would majorly recommend you using, which would be full wizard for this class. Now, basically, the more... Okay, so since Temporal Rift does deal more damage, as you see, or it affects your other abilities. No matter what you use, as long as you use this, it'll make them all stronger. Now this also applies to damage over time, which stacks up to 10 times. Now, passives, Dragon Wisdom, increases your wisdom intellect by 10%, and then your dodge chance by 15. That's really nice. Now this is pretty much your nuke. So you need at least 1 stack of this. However, you'll probably want 4 to get the most damage out of it. Now, basically, this basically buffs however much damage you've done in the past few seconds while using this. While this was active, while Temporal Rift was active. And this is the one skill that does consume them, so you'll want to use this as many times as possible if you're trying to do this. However, as you can see here, you gain mana whenever this is active. So you don't want to just use it for this, because then you'll run out of mana and you'll be doomed. Alright, now let's head on over to, I'll show you a little bit more how to use it. So use it once. Also, your auto attack is pretty powerful. You usually crit 1k or so, which is pretty good for a crit, or pretty good for an auto attack. So just using that, it's alright. Now, let's try using the second skill. First we'll try to use a couple of these dragon rifts. See, it does a little more damage. A little faster too. Now, this, I would recommend using this pretty soon after. I'd use one Dragon Rift and then one Chrono Dragon Blade. So that way it can build up over time. Now, I'll show you how to maximize this, as well as show you some crits that I got earlier. The highest I could get it was about 89k. I couldn't get it when I recorded it, but let's see how well it goes. Let's see if my technique works. No, it was okay. Not as good as I would have hoped. It did 21k. Now, let's see. Oh, that's the worst when I avoid it. For your best damage, this is, I'll show you the way I do it, which is 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Now, that doesn't always work. I'm trying to get some good crits in here, but it's not good. That's okay. That was better. Here are some other crits I did before, just to show you. So that you can actually see the battle pet in action. That's a pretty cool animation to it, if I do say so. Alright, so there is the class guide. I hope you all enjoyed. This was my first ever class guide, so let me know how it was. See you guys soon.